Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and a crystal-clear river, there lived a woman named Evelyn. She was renowned throughout the village as the epitome of an exemplary wife, and her story was told with admiration and respect by all who knew her. Evelyn was the daughter of a humble blacksmith, and from a young age, she had shown qualities that would eventually make her an extraordinary wife. She possessed a natural kindness, a tireless work ethic, and a heart full of compassion. As she grew older, Evelyn's reputation for her virtues spread beyond her family and into the community. She was the first to offer a helping hand to those in need, whether it was assisting an elderly neighbor with her chores or comforting a friend in times of sorrow. Her smile was infectious, and her laughter could lift the heaviest of hearts. Evelyn's parents, who recognized her exceptional qualities, taught her valuable life skills. Her father, a skilled blacksmith, taught her the art of forging and repairing tools, a craft she embraced with enthusiasm. Her mother, a wise and resourceful woman, taught her to cook, sew, and manage a household. Evelyn learned these skills not out of obligation, but out of a deep desire to be the best wife she could be. As she reached marriageable age, the village's young men began to court her. Suitors came from near and far, each hoping to win her heart. But Evelyn was not easily swayed by flattery or riches. She sought a man who shared her values and would be a loving partner. One sunny afternoon, as she strolled through the village market, a young man named Thomas caught her eye. He was not the wealthiest nor the most handsome of the suitors, but there was a genuine kindness in his eyes that drew Evelyn toward him. They struck up a conversation, and as they talked, Evelyn sensed a connection she had never felt before. Over time, Evelyn and Thomas' friendship blossomed into love. They shared their dreams and aspirations, and it became clear that they were a perfect match. Thomas, like Evelyn, had a heart full of compassion and a strong work ethic. He was a skilled carpenter, known for his attention to detail and craftsmanship. When Thomas proposed to Evelyn, she accepted with joy in her heart. The village celebrated their union with a grand wedding, and as they exchanged vows, there was a collective sense that something truly special was taking place. In the early days of their marriage, Evelyn and Thomas faced their share of challenges. They worked tirelessly to build their home, a cozy cottage on the outskirts of the village. Thomas crafted the furniture and fixtures with his own hands, while Evelyn used her skills to make the house a warm and inviting place. But it wasn't just their home they were building together. Evelyn and Thomas shared the responsibilities of their household and their life with remarkable harmony. Each morning, they woke up early to tend to their garden, growing vegetables and herbs that not only fed their family but also provided surplus for those in need. Evelyn's culinary skills were legendary in the village. She often prepared extra portions of food and sent them to families who were struggling. Her warm meals and kind words were a source of comfort to many. One cold winter, when the village was hit by a fierce snowstorm, Evelyn and Thomas opened their home to those in need. They took in families who had lost their homes to the storm, providing them with shelter, warmth, and nourishing meals. Their generosity knew no bounds, and the village knew that they could always turn to Evelyn and Thomas in times of trouble. Evelyn's qualities as a wife extended beyond the household. She was also a loving and supportive partner to Thomas. She encouraged his dreams and helped him set up a carpentry shop in the village, which quickly gained a reputation for its fine craftsmanship. Evelyn was an exemplary wife. She was caring and compassionate. She was also sensitive to the family's needs, and did her best always to provide a solution to her husband. She understood when her husband was frustrated and tried to make him happy. Whenever her husband appeared to be worried about something, she tried her best to fix it. No matter how busy her schedule was, she always found time to spend with her husband. She was also a source of encouragement and support to him in both good and bad times. Evelyn was respectful, and she was her husband's best friend and lover too. For Evelyn, her family's wants and needs were always on her top priority. She always helped her husband in solving his problems. Another good quality of Evelyn was that she never pretended in front of her husband. She was always true to herself and her words. Whenever her husband wanted to discuss anything with her, she always kept all distractions at bay to help him. Evelyn was always honest, and she had a praiseworthy character to celebrate her husband's achievements. She was always positive, and her spiritual life was also top-notch. As the years passed, Evelyn and Thomas' love for each other deepened. They celebrated their joys and supported each other through their sorrows. They raised a family, teaching their children the values of kindness, hard work, and compassion. Evelyn's reputation as an exemplary wife continued to grow, not because she sought recognition, but because her goodness was impossible to ignore. She had a way of making everyone she met feel valued and loved, and her influence spread far and wide. One day, a traveler passing through the village heard tales of Evelyn's virtues. Intrigued, he approached her and asked, "What is the secret to being such an exemplary wife, Evelyn?" Evelyn smiled and replied, "There is no secret, dear friend. It's simply about loving with all your heart, giving without expecting in return, and embracing each day with gratitude. When you do these things, being an exemplary wife, or an exemplary person, comes naturally." The traveler was deeply moved by Evelyn's words and carried them with him on his journey. He shared her story with others, and her legacy continued to inspire people to strive for goodness and compassion in their own lives. Evelyn and Thomas lived a long and happy life together, leaving a legacy of love and kindness that would be remembered for generations to come. They were proof that true happiness and fulfillment could be found in the simple acts of kindness, hard work, and unwavering love for one another. And in the village, whenever someone spoke of an exemplary wife, they could only think of Evelyn, the woman who had touched their hearts with her grace and goodness. Still, Evelyn can be a role model for all those who are willing for a happy and contented family life.